Hello. Hey everyone, it's Deontay Chantel, real estate developer. I pray all is well. I don't have access to the chat as I know, but let's test it out. Drop a one. Let me know that you can hear me. You can hear me on this YouTube. Okay, tonight we're going to be talking about how you can get your property and or land from the township or the city of Irvington, New Jersey. Okay, they have a RFP, which is a request for proposal that was released last week, Monday. And tomorrow is actually the mandatory pre-bid meeting. So if you don't, the way they have it set up, which I actually like it, if you don't show up for this meeting, you cannot participate and bid on the property. And I love that idea. So the goal is for you guys to get the link. The goal is for you guys to get the link. Some of you may already have it, but I'll be sharing it with you. And I'll be also inviting you into my Telegram group, and or you can actually get mentorship by me in my Zero to Developer University. Okay, so let me know where you're checking in from. Let me know. Drop in the comments. I think my chat is working now. Where you're checking in from. And drop a one if you can actually hear me. I want to make sure I'm crystal clear and you can hear what I'm saying. I know it's two people on here, but I don't know if you hear me or not. Also, stop what you're doing and subscribe to this YouTube channel, this page. We have some content coming. I've been saying that, but I promise it's coming on this channel. And I've been doing so much pouring into the people that hired me to work with them, right? So my mentees, some of you have found me on YouTube or other people's podcasts and you are working with me closely. So I'm actually about to slow down from mentorship and actually focus on some content, focus on just getting some things done for my own businesses and projects. So we have some really big projects in the pipeline. So I'll be slowing down from mentorship in the concept of doing it weekly. I was actually coaching every week, sometimes twice a week, 3 times a week, and that's coming to an end. That's coming to an end. We did get some results. Okay, we did get some results. People did get results. We have some people closing now. Some people were able to buy parcels of land for $1 in the United States. So I'm really excited about that. All right, I don't see y'all in the comments. I don't see y'all in the comments at all. So what I am going to do is drop my free community. So I have your attention. We're going to drop the free, not community, group chat. So you all have it. Okay. So you all have it. And it's literally the Telegram group, Develop with Deontay. And we'll be giving you tips and notifications of when we go live. And there, I just dropped it in the comments, so you have it. I expect all of you to join. It's free. And I expect all of you to execute and show up for yourself and believe in yourself. Okay? It doesn't matter what I teach, what I drop, what gems I drop. If you don't believe in yourself, if you don't feel like you're worthy or you have the capacity to go after what you want, guess what? You're not going to go after it. So it really doesn't matter what I'm talking about or any of these other people are talking about on the internet if you don't execute and go after what you need to do for yourself. Okay? So I'm not going to be on here longer than my phone is going off. For the next 25 minutes, we're going to go over this really quickly. All right. So make sure you click on the link in the live chat. All right. So let me just get to the point here. I'm going to go over this RFP. I'm going to let y'all be on your way. I'm about to pull it up. So tomorrow there's a 10 a.m. Zoom call. Also, if you're not in my community, the free group chat, I'm going to share this link in there. So you need to go and get in that free group. Okay. And I'll send you over the link. You won't have to pay for it. It's free. You just have to go into that community that I dropped below. And you will have the Zoom link and also the link to actually sign up. All right. But I'm going to give you both just in case they don't see your information in time before the actual meeting at 10 a.m. tomorrow. So, all right. But again, make sure you guys are executing as we're sharing, what you all need to be doing at this point. Okay. I don't know why the heck this is not loading. But let me see. Okay, hold on one second, y'all. Trying to pull this up on the computer. It's not going. Okay, now it is. I was about to say, what's going on? What's going on in the world today? Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my screen. Let's see. Okay. Now, I hope y'all can actually see my screen. I think y'all could because I see it in the background myself. It's great. Okay, so this is a full document. It's 13 pages. It's from the township of Irvington. And this is their petition for real estate developers, their developer submissions, right? So this is your opportunity to purchase and redevelop it. Any township owned properties. So they're going to have properties and land. When you get this document, you can read it yourself. That's up to you. This is the list of properties. Okay, so they have 22. They have 22 opportunities that you can go after. Let me just share my whole screen. Okay. I don't know. I feel like y'all can't see what I need y'all to see. Yeah. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me see. Yeah, you probably can't see it the way I want y'all to see it. 1 second. Okay, I think we're back. All right, these are the 22 properties. You can screenshot for my free group that I dropped in the comments. If you don't see my link for my free group chat, you can send me a DM right now on Instagram. And it's going to be Instagram at Deonte Chantel, DIONTECHANTEL. Okay. If you cannot see it. Also, Deonte Chantel on TikTok. The link is in the bio. Okay. To join the community. The free group chat on Telegram. But anyway, so there's a variation of properties in land here. So you actually have vacant lots. You have a commercial building. You have it also have like a 6-unit apartment building or dwelling here. A lot of one-family homes, but if you know Irvington actually is a good place for you to buy a single-family home. Okay, so most people actually buy their primary residences there and live in the properties. Okay, so it's a good mixture of commercial, some actual single-family dwellings, as well as vacant lots. Okay, so let's just see what they're looking for. Let's see what you need to bring to the table to qualify for this opportunity. All right. So this time around, they are well, I wouldn't say even the last time, they were really looking at the proposals. Last time we applied for 4 parcels and or properties, and we won 3 out of the 4 based on the proposals we submitted. So my method, the way I do proposals, it definitely works. So this says that you have to get a minimum score of 70 points. Okay, so there's a rubric, there's a grading score, there's an evaluation, and you have to get 70 out of 160. Okay, so in this scenario, in order for you to make it to the final round or selection process, you have to score a 70. What they're checking for is, number 1, the bid price. That's going to be worth 20 points. Number 2, the proposed scope of work. That's going to be worth 10 points. Inclusion of conceptual plans, 20 points. Redevelopment projects completed over the last 3 years, 20 points. Now, if you don't have experience, this is why you need to be in my community. I teach you how to add the experience. I teach you how to get the experience. Okay? All right. So if you're not in my communities, you can figure it out. But if you have your own builder out there, you know how to write a proposal, go ahead and apply. All right. I'm still going to encourage everybody to apply. What else they have here? Currently a resident or business owner of Irvington. This one is only worth 5 points. So that shows you they don't really care if you're actively working in Irvington or not, or have a Irvington address. Excuse me. If you have an Irvington address that you can use as a residency and or a business address, that's amazing. It's only worth 5 points. If you have a number 6, status as a MWBE, Minority Women Business Enterprise, or Veterans Business, must be at least 1 year or more, they're going to give you 5 points for that. Okay. If you're going to have a zoning analysis, they're going to give you 10 points. So it's not mandatory, but you definitely want to know what you can build on that property anyway. Okay. That will cost you about $250 that you do have to pay to an architect. You also want to have architectural plans. That's worth 20 points. We have ways around that, and I'm sure they're going to be discussing it on tomorrow's call at 10 a.m. Okay, so this is why you need to be on that call. So you get to ask the city your questions yourself. Okay, but we have a way of getting around that. So instead of us spending $10,000 on architectural plans, we're using other methods. Okay, and still getting our proposals awarded. All right. Current ownership of continuous property, if included for proposed project, 20 points. I'm sorry. Yeah, current ownership. So this one, I'm not really sure what they mean exactly, but they may want to know. Yeah, I don't really know what they mean for this one. That's a good point. I'm probably gonna have to Google that one. But this is a good question that y'all should ask tomorrow, and I'll get back to that. I'll come right back to that one. Number 10, community benefits for residents outside of project construction. How is this home being built or this home being redeveloped? How is it going to benefit the community? And number 11, of course, is your proof of funds. You have to be able to show that you're financially capable of building out this project. So you will need potentially documents, right, that will prove that you actually are capable of building this out. Now, I teach people in my mentorship what to use to prove that you are financially capable of building it. And it's not that complicated as you may think. Okay, so this is why you need to get into communities and rules. So number 9, now that I'm reading it back and thinking about it, they want to know what is going to be the use of the property. Okay, are you going to build it, rent it out? Or are you going to build it and sell it? Okay? That's what they want to know. They want to know, what is your plan for the project? All right. So number five, you want to pay attention to too. This is the scope of services, also known as the scope of work. They're telling you that, hey, we want to see what site you're thinking about getting, that you're going to put in a bid for. They want to know all of the pre-development work that you will need, right? And professionals that you need to hire. They want to see your preliminary drawings, your floor plans, your 3D renderings. They want to know what the project details will be, the design, the workmanship, the type of lighting, the type of countertops you plan on using, the backdrops, the light fixtures, whatever. Stainless steel appliances. They want to know, what the heck are you putting in that property? So you should be able to explain that in your proposal. Okay. And also, your general contractor should be licensed. I'm going to always tell y'all, licensed, insured, and bonded. Licensed, insured, and bonded. Okay. I'm not going to get into why, because I don't have time for that right now. But licensed, insured, and bonded. If you're taking notes, comment that in the chat. Licensed, insured, and bonded. All right. And shout out to all 6 of y'all on here. And again, I don't see none of y'all comments. I don't see none of your comments, so I don't know. But licensed, insured, and bonded is what you need. Okay. So I'm not reading this whole thing with y'all, but this is due 10 a.m. on Tuesday, July 1st. So that's literally about 8 days for you to get these proposals done. And to be honest, I'm not even taking on no more clients for Irvington, because y'all ain't fitting to stress me out. Okay. And if I do, it'll probably be 1 or 2, because I already have a number of clients that will be submitting, and we're doing their proposals for this as well. All right. So with that being said, you guys need to piece it together and submit it before 10 a.m. July 1st. Okay. So you can submit this in person, or it can be sent by mail, certified mail. I would recommend, if you're in New Jersey, bring it. Okay. This is the address it should be sent to. These are the people's information, the number, the email. This is the person here. This is what's required in the proposal. Okay. Your development team's information, overview, and organizational structure. That means who's on your team, who's your GC, who's your project manager, who's your architect, whoever you would need to get the project done. They want to know who it is. Okay. Your past performance is not so much about what you have done. It's based on what your team has done. The last 2 people that one of them, they only did rehabs. He actually won the most. Shout out to him. He won an amazing 2-family house for $50,000, an amazing parcel of land. I think the land was like a double lot. He got it for $30K, and he only had like 2 rehabs, and he won. Okay, so the team that I put together for him, that he paid me to put together for him, they had tons of experience, and he was able to leverage that experience. The person that won the parcel of land for $12,000, she had a lot of like properties in her portfolio from another state, and she was a landlord, and that's it. That's all the experience she had. She didn't have ground up new construction experience, and she won also. Okay, so it's really based off of your team's experience. This is all the things that you need to include, or try to be as close as possible. All right. Again, you need to be able to point out and explain, what is your development plan? What are you actually going to do for the property? What are you going to build? Are you building a 2-family, 3-family? Are you building these homes for first-time home buyers? Are you building these homes for veterans? Are you building these homes for kids aging out of foster care? I don't know. That's up to y'all. What are you doing? Okay, they want to know. They want to know the site, site plans, renderings. Okay. You probably need to see an architect about that. I teach people how to get those things done for under $500. If you go to an architect, they're going to charge you minimum $1,500 and higher. Okay. This is why you hire someone like me. All right. A project timeline. How many months is it going to take for you to build this house? From the time you are awarded in every phase of the project to the full completion date. How long do you think it's going to take you? Okay. Financials. You need to be able to break down all of the preliminary costs, all of the projected estimated costs of the projects. You must be able to write that down and identify what they are. Okay. Financial qualifications. This is where you showing you actually have the money to build it comes in that. All right. So they're saying they want at least 2 references from a lending institution. So that would look like getting 2 proof of funds. Okay. From a bank. B, historical financials. Copies of developers' audited financial statements and or tax returns for the past 3 years. I ain't gonna hold y'all. We didn't submit any of that last year, and we still won. A is the most important thing. B, if you have it, submit it. But I know neither one of them submitted that. Okay. Now, it says C, the developer must state their detailed financial offer for the purchase of the properties. The acquisitions of the properties at the stated amount will be included in as a material obligation of the respondent in any redevelopment agreement. So what are you actually going to offer for the property in our land? How much are you going to propose as a deposit? Okay. All right. So failure to include an offer to price the properties will result in rejection. So that's mandatory. You have to give them an offer. So if they're saying, hey, this lot starts at $20,000, you need to be offering at least $20,000. But you have to offer something. And I'm not telling you what to offer. I'm just telling you, like, you have to put a price there. Else they're saying that they're going to reject your entire application or proposal. Okay. All right. So they are talking about their process here. It says the closing instructions for the payment of all parties is hereby modified as follows. An escrow payment for the full amount of the purchase of the property is required 5 business days after the municipal council approves the resolution of the successful bidders. So that means they're giving you 5 business days to pay the full amount of the purchase price. Okay. I know this process very well because my 2 clients won 3 properties and they had to pay within 7 days of the letter being submitted to them, which could have been 5 business days. I don't know. But they actually had to pay cash or some form of wire transfer or something. Okay. That is true. They're only giving you 5 business days to make a payment. They don't care if you didn't run title. They don't care if you didn't do due diligence. They really don't care. They want their money, or else they're going to give it to somebody else. Right? The client that won the 12K lot, she was not the original winner. Someone else was the winner. and they had offered another amount. I'm not going to disclose it on here. And they could not pay, and they took it back from them and gave it to her. Okay? So just be mindful. If you don't have the money to play, if you win, then you don't need to do this RFP. Newark has options. East Orange has options. Trenton, other places have options. But this one, they want their money. And this is before you actually get the title ran through the title company, which you can have the title process started or whatever, but it's not going to be your traditional real estate transaction. Once you pay, pay, they actually have the closing after the fact. And you do have to pay your attorney's fees, and you have to pay the city's attorney's fees as well. I also want to let you know that it costs each of my clients like $6,000 or $7,000. So you need to be able to budget for that as well. Okay. So I would say any questions, but I literally do not see your comments. I literally don't see your comments. So, we don't pages or so, but when you go to the website, you'll be able to download this, look through it yourself, and you will be able to, here you go, join tomorrow's meeting at 10 a.m. Okay. With your questions is a mandatory meeting. And then you'll also be able to ask them questions via email. And then they'll send everybody. And then you actually have to turn in this proposal by Tuesday. Alrighty. So you can screenshot this if you want to. But for me to send you all this link, you have to join the Telegram group. And I will be posting it in there. And I'll also post the Zoom call just in case they don't get back to you in time before tomorrow morning. Okay. All right. Well, it was great seeing you all. I told you I was going to be in and out. But I want to make sure I went over that in full detail and that y'all have some understanding of how this works. And I want you all to make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. Y'all know me for real estate, but I plan to talk about so much more, my dating life. We're going to do some behind the scenes of some properties. We do have a property tour coming up next Saturday. So if you want to join the property tour, you also need to get into the Telegram group. Okay? Because I'm only going to be sharing it with them in my other paid communities. So we have a property tour this weekend with Prada Jones. And in Philadelphia, it's going to be lit. Yeah, I know Prada. He is like the king of Philly right now. So I'm excited about that meeting. Okay. So I'll see you all there, and I'll see you inside the Telegram group. And if you join the 02 Developer University, I'll see you in there. Our next class is going to be the first week of July, I believe. The first week of July. I'm going to give you all a date. No, not the first week of July. July 10th is our next class because we already had a class. Actually, we have a class. I'll take that back. We have a class this week. I didn't tell them yet, but this Wednesday, we have a guest speaker who works very closely with the Philadelphia Land Bank. He'll be dropping in, sharing how to actually get your applications approved. And that's going to be Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're not in the university community, I don't know what to tell you. If you're not in the accelerator community, I don't know what to tell you. If you're not in the First Deal Blueprint community, I don't know what to tell you. Okay? So that means y'all need to be tapped in one of my paid communities. The Telegram group is just a free group where I share tips and posts. and probably that I'm going live on YouTube, right? And in this case, I will be sharing the Irvington information. But outside of that, you need to get into my private, exclusive developer communities, okay? All of the links are in my bio, on my Instagram, on my socials. So at Deontay Chantel on Instagram, at Deontay Chantel on TikTok, okay? And I'll talk to you all soon. Have a blessed evening and good night.